Hello there, this is Gail Bottomley with the Step-by-Step Internet Marketing, and today we're going to be looking at Facebook and some ways of getting people to interact with you on Facebook. Now, there are different ways of doing this, and I'm just going to share with you 7 different ways or 7 categories and ways that I use to be able to get interaction on Facebook. Now, it depends on whether you're using a Facebook page, business page, fan page, or whether you're using a profile, because it can be slightly different on them. I'm going to give you some tips on both anyway. Now, before we start, right up front, I just want you to take note of this, the 80-20 rule, because it's what I've been using for the last 3 years, and it seems to have worked quite well. The 80-20 rule, we've all heard of it, but this is the 80-20 rule for Facebook. Now, if you have a Facebook page, that's a business page, the 80-20 rule works like this. Well, actually, we'll go around the other way. Sorry, the profile. If you have your profile, it's 80% about you, about your family, about work, about whatever you want, really, and 20% business. Now, a lot of people make a huge mistake where they have a home-based business and they rabbit on and on and on, basically spamming their own profile so that they actually end up with no people taking part at all because they're just tired of the spamming of the particular owner of that profile. But if that owner of the profile would go 80% fun stuff about them, about what some of these, covering these, and 20% about business, then they would find that they would get a whole lot more interaction and people wouldn't unfriend them so fast. So that's the 80-20 rule with the profile. Now, if you have a business page, it's a little bit different. It's 80% business and 20% about you. Now, it doesn't have to be exact, but if you stick to this rule fairly close to this, you'll find you'll have a very successful page and a very successful profile. So that's just a little tip there. But you can use all of these on both profile and fan page or business page. You just have to alter them a little bit. So your quotes might, instead of being all funny and all whatever all the time on your business page, you might want to alter them a bit so that they have some meaning for your particular business. So I'm going to go through the 7 categories. Firstly, quotes. People love quotes, and you can use quotes all the time. People love them. Now, quotes come in all different sorts of ways, so let's have a look at this one here. I just put this one up before. It's quite early yet, but when I put this up, I also put a question here. I should have put a question mark, but I have a question here, and then people can start taking part in this and start sharing. It's already had 1 share, but it's only been up an hour, so we'll give it some time and we'll just see what happens with it. But this is not exactly specifically a quote, but it can come under the quotes category, okay? So that's one thing that I would use. The second thing I use, and I use all the time, is video. Now, they're either videos that I've done myself, or they're videos that I have got off Facebook. And I've done another video on YouTube, it's up on YouTube, to show you how to download videos off Facebook and then put them up on your own business page or your own profile. But videos are fantastic, and they can go viral very quickly. So that's a whole nother issue. We won't go into that in great detail, but you need to use video. If you're finding that you're not getting hardly any interaction, you've got a very small profile and you want to build it up, find some funny videos. You can actually come to my page if you want and start stealing some of my videos. I don't mind. Not so much sharing them, because if you share them off my page, then people will be coming back to my page, and that's why you need to download them. But that's in another video. So if you want to find that, just go to my YouTube channel and you'll see that there. So quotes, really important. Video, excellent. Whether it's a video you've done yourself while you've been out and about and walking along the beach, doesn't matter. Just video. People love it. And then questions. What kinds of questions? Well, I've put a question here. Which side of the page do you fall on? But I like to ask questions so that people have a way to respond. If you don't put anything up there all the time, you're just slapping up pictures or whatever, then people won't really respond. So you need to put in some sort of questions so that people have a moment to have their opinion. I don't mind people having their opinion. It's good to have a bit of a a heated discussion, and I'll only delete when people use really bad language or people start offending people really badly or picking on people, and then I will delete. So you've got to keep it under a little bit of control, but not too much control. It's good to have opinions. So you need to make things light-hearted and thought-provoking, have a bit of fun, all right? Sometimes it's good to use the multiple choice questions as well. There's lots of things you can ask. Then there's tips and tricks. Now, if it's business related, and then I'll put it on my business page. If I think that the people following me on my profile will be interested, I'll also put it on there. So they're just things that you've discovered lately, things that will be really interesting for people to share. And when I was doing cooking class earlier in the year for the food bank, I often put up questions asking people how to do things, and they would come back with tips and tricks like how to make one potato feed a whole family. And so that was not only a question, but what happened was with the question came back some tips and tricks from people who responded to that question. So that was good. So it's good to get tips and tricks from your people as well as be able to give tips and tricks. Now, fill in the blank is also great. Fill in the blank, like I think I've started one here, but I haven't pressed the post button yet. My favorite TV program is ... Or what is your favorite movie ... What is your favorite music ... You know, there's things like that you can put up that people will respond. If they don't like what you put up, they won't respond. And so it's good to ask these kind of questions as well, and people will fill in the blanks. The either or questions. Now, what does that mean? Well, do you like an aisle seat or a window seat? Or do you like, I don't know, just popped into my head, a jet ski or a boat? Do you like to bike, or do you like a 10-speed bike or a 15-speed bike? Do you like convertibles or cars? You know, that's the either or thing. So you're giving them a choice on what they can come back on. Now, trending topics is also good. I mentioned before America's Got Talent or something. That's trending as well. So keep in mind what's happening in the world. I'm sure that you're aware of it. If you're on Facebook, there's lots of information of what's going on out there in the world. So, you know, there's lots of things happening with trending topics as well. So you can go to yahoo.com and you'll find some news articles there. All sorts of things you can do. So that's 7 categories and things that you can post about. Quotes, videos, questions, tips and tricks, fill in the blank, either or questions, trending topics. Just try and keep in mind the 80-20 rule to whichever you might be using. Whether it's your profile, it's 80% about you and 20% business, or whether it's the business, so it's 80% about business and 20% a bit of fun. So you'll see here, I've got this here, which is also related to what business really, because if they can't get your head correct, then it's going to be difficult working online. And then there's this information here, which, excuse me, if they click on, they will go to my website. So this is the whole thing. This is my business page. It sends people to wherever I want to send them. And my profile, you'll find that I don't put too much up here to do with business. I keep it kind of low-key as far as what I'm doing. All right, so hopefully that's going to help you and get you more interaction between you and your followers. Hey, have a great day. If there's anything I can help you with, you know where I am. I will catch you online. This is Gail signing out. Bye.